It's all you. So this is really the paths that you're choosing, and that's really the key. There's no way all this shit is being played out where. I mean, to what end? Like, you're gonna meet another Panic. Hey, I'm the dark side Panic, or I'm the church Panic. No, I could have been the church Panic here, because this is the stage. So all of those particular parallel universes are in you, and you bring them out with your attitude. I want to be a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker. That's all. I don't see nothing that said anything different. Again, a lot of this shit, you have to use your own mind.
Mental alchemy. Mental alchemy. Mental alchemy. In the verdant lands where the sacred river flows, whispering the ancient secrets of the cosmos, there thrived a civilization that revered knowledge, art, and music. This civilization believed in the divine embodiment of wisdom and creativity, a goddess by the name of Saraswati. She was the essence of flowing water, the purity of thought, and the resonance of harmonious sound, revered by scholars, artists, and musicians alike. Saraswati's tale began at the dawn of creation, when the universe was a void of chaos. From the primordial emptiness emerged Brahma, the creator god, who decided to bring order and beauty to the cosmos. However, even as worlds took shape under his deft hands, he realized that something was amiss. The creation lacked soul, wisdom, and the means to flourish independently. Sensing his dilemma, the cosmos manifested Saraswati, a deity of unparalleled beauty and wisdom. She emerged from Brahma's mouth, riding a swan, carrying a veena, a stringed musical instrument, books, and a rosary. Her presence was serene and her gaze profound, penetrating the essence of reality itself. Brahma, enamored by her grace and recognizing her as the missing piece of creation, requested her assistance in the process of creation. Saraswati, with her veena, played the tunes of life, infusing the creation with vitality, intellect, and the arts. As her fingers plucked the strings, language formed, and the beginning began to communicate, share knowledge, and create. What's up, family? What's the deal, man? What's the deal? What's the deal? Chaos in the blood. Yeah, Saraswati was that chick. And if you want to deal with because I know my melanated people, they want to deal with, the black goddesses, if you will. If you want to deal with the black goddesses, then Hathor, or the Egyptian goddess Hathor, is a complement to Saraswati. But what we're talking about is creation and understanding the creation process and understanding how it's important in your life. The problem that I'm seeing today is that there's a lot of being told what to do, robotic movement, and people are not expressing themselves or their truth based off of the system that we live in called the Matrix. Somebody's moving you and you're not moving yourself. So the biggest problem and the biggest idea we want to face within ourselves, within this adventure, is that we want to move ourselves. We want to move our truth, and we want to do it with power. And this eclipse that just happened yesterday, powerful energy, powerful movement, and the people that have the feeling or in this spiritual thing for real, because a lot of people are, let's just say, there's just a lot of talking involved in this YouTube streets. But the people that are in this for real, trust and believe that the work is about to work on your motherfucking ass, if you allow it. And the beautiful thing with me, and what's up, y'all? What's the deal, family? What's up? What's up, family? I see y'all in here. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace to the family. Peace to the gods. Grand rising. A beautiful thing about my journey, because I'm getting off my fast today, y'all, and I feel so excited. I am so thrilled, nigga. Oh my God. And it's been some ups and downs. I'm talking about some real chaos in the blood type of energy, but like I woke up just happy and ecstatic that I was going to get off this particular fast. And it was just a 4-day fast. Was it 4 days? Yeah, about 4 days. Well, today will be 5, so 4.5 days. And it was actually a beautiful thing, a beautiful process. I wanted to pull it off through this eclipse and really tap in and turn on. And boy, my eclipse experience was oh so lovely. Oh so lovely. I was high in the motherfucker. And no, I didn't smoke weed. But during that 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock time, I'm sitting on a couch trying to just, maintain my function, watching this Rhea movie and the Raya and the Dragon with my kids. And then I started feeling it heavy. And I knew what that was. Since I'm in alignment, and since, a lot of y'all are in alignment with Sister Earth or Mother Earth, you should have felt the shift as well. It was a subtle energy inside of you that made you feel high, that made you feel kind of sleepy and lightheaded. Hell, I fell asleep on the damn movie just to receive the downloads and the channels and the information that was about to come online. So we want to understand, right, and understand this to the core. And I'm not talking to the people that don't do spiritual work and not really getting it. You are too dense in nature. You're too grounded to the earth. You're too robotic. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the ones that's actually tapped in and turned on and doing the spiritual work. That shift was very, very vital for the family, just based off of you understanding that your energy is about to take a new ride, if you will, based off of your thoughts in your mind alone, based off of your thoughts in your mind alone. So if you were able to build up the mental alchemy, the strength with your mind power, essentially what's going to happen is, and it's not too late. You just got to really put in this work and really understand what the real game is. See, look, I'm just telling y'all what it is, right? Let's just correlate this to basketball, since that's what I was watching on my fast. Because oh boy, that Caitlin Clark had me good, nigga. I was good and full watching her ass. Like, oh yes. I'm sitting there fasting. I'm like, oh yes, come on, Caitlin, just shoot that 3. Oh yes, shoot it. That's where you got to binge on something, nigga. I was like, I need some of this human shit. Something has to ride. You feel me? And that juju, shout out to her. Even so much so, I had binged on some juju highlights and some Caitlin Clark highlights just to get through the fast. You feel me? I said, all right, I can't eat nothing, but fuck it. I'm about to watch some shit. And some of the tapes that I seen on them was absolutely powerful, especially when they were younger and kids and shit like that. Their people was turning them up and turning them on in a particular manner to where they already knew that work was important, right? Their work was important for their, for their future, for their 10-year plan, essentially, right? At the young age of 10, Juju's dad had her out there working on her jumper and shit, had her dribbling and stuff. You feel me? So that's beautiful, right? And that's the same thing we correlate spirit to. See, spirit is actually, you're playing a game, you're in a big advanced video game. In this big advanced video game that you're in, you have to understand what you're playing with. And the tool is your mind. The ball is your mind. So now, if you're able to understand how to, make your mind stronger and more powerful, then you can change not only your physical being, but your reality, your personal reality. And the real game is changing the inner world. As you change this inner world, guess what's going to happen? Nigga, you're going to start to move more confidently, more assured of yourself, and you're going to feel amazing. And the key is, and the real power lies in you feeling amazing. See, we've been tricked with these two eyes to believe that we have to get with the Joneses and shit. You feel me? I gotta be this nigga. I want to shit on these niggas. You feel me? I know niggas still got that feeling inside of them. I can tell. I see. That's why I'm still mad at J. Cole, but I get it. You feel me? But I'm still that nigga got me fucked up. I'm still mad at his ass because he got to recognize when it's art and it's not no goddamn. It's not nothing personal. You feel me? But I understand he in a peaceful place. Fuck it, just do you, play your basketball, and just live your life. But at the same time, nigga, you still got. At the same time, you still have to be able to, you know what I'm saying, recognize the difference. You're not under attack, my nigga. We just trying to see who got the best artistry, if you will. But anyway, so let's get back to the point. The biggest idea is that you have to understand, are you in the game or not? And a lot of people are not in the game of the self-realization or the self-supreme being that's empowering their whole journey. Your personality, your personal reality. And I'm so excited, nigga. I cannot wait to read this whole. In the Patreon, we're going to dive deep. It's going to take us about a year to read. I promise you, it's going to take us some time. But see, this is where it's at. See, this is what we're talking about right here, right? Now, I'm talking to the workers, the spiritual workers. Now, I get it. This whole thick than a motherfucker. You feel me? And essentially, we're just going to have to break his back in like crazy. But it's going to be hard and it's going to be a challenge. But at the same time, at the end of the day, Patreon family, when we do bust this thing open, shit, at the same time, we just going to have to go through the journey, go through the process. Now, I get it. It might be, and I don't like using the word hard, but it might be a little bit challenging, to get through all the work. It might be a little bit, disturbing at times, but if you stick with it, I promise you on the other side is going to be gold. Shout out to Joe Dispenza. So, that's important, family. We're talking about the mind. So if you're in this mind game with the guy, then that's what it is about. You feel me? And I'm not talking about how much fucking information that shit is trash, or what the conspiracy people is doing. That shit is trash. I'm talking about, can you have mind control over Debo? And Debo is the fake egoistic reality that people like to succumb to, which we call the Matrix. So you got to understand that to the core. We're talking about mind games, mind over matter. We're trying to move into a space that's beyond just the third dimensional thinking or this limited perspective on, a job or whatever, right? Let's conquer the world by using our mind power and fucking this shit up. So a big thing with me was, especially when I was doing all them drugs, was I was running from myself, and I was a big mind person at a young age. You feel me? 16, 17, I'm reading books on NLP, just trying to understand the in-depth understanding of the mind and how it works. Body language and shit, all of that stuff, right? And a huge aspect that I ran away from was the work, right? And essentially, you know, in me running, I started taking all these drugs, started doing all the kind of alcohol, and started killing myself off. And I think a lot of times what happens is us as spiritual workers, us with the mental alchemy, us that's really mind over matter first, you know, we can get into a funk because we look so much different than everybody else. We're alien to the world, so it's hard for us to relate with the people, you feel me, that's just the automaton robotic people of the world. And that's not our fault, nigga. You can't blame yourself for being a genius at such a young age. You can't have pity on yourself because these niggas can't keep up. And I think that's what we do. We have this heart-centered space for these motherfuckers, and we just kind of fall into the mix with the automatons. The problem with that is we're not living out our divine true purpose based off of these other motherfuckers. And oh, how I regret it. But, you know, we have a purpose and we had to walk this particular path. So it is what it is. But now that we have our right state of mind back, our chaos state of mind, and we go in real mind-centered base, mind-centered heavy, right? In doing the mental alchemy and getting over these limiting beliefs and actually achieving the goals and the pursuits of happiness that we want to achieve in this particular dimension, then it's up to us to reprogram ourselves, selves, and start to move in the manner of occultists. Y'all know, hey, y'all know y'all seen that goddamn Cardi B. Hey, nigga, all right, I'm still running from the Baphomet. Cool. I get it, nigga. Hey, I understand. You don't want to face that shit. For some weird reason, the white man put it out. Nigga, make this shit up. Make it your own truth. So now we're abiding to somebody else's truth based off of your program. Give a fuck what that Baphomet supposed. We know what it means spiritually, right? But you know, people try to curve shit, turn shit upside down, and try to flip it into something else. And I'm like, wait a minute. What truth do you want to reside in? See, the real game is to make everything work for you. That's what Bobby used to say. Make everything work for you. So if you're making everything work for you, then that means you are a creator. And being a creator, that's the key in this whole third dimension, creator sphere. So let me not get ahead of myself. I know, you know, I get long-winded when I'm on a fast shit. Shout out to the family. Niggas start getting long-winded and shit. Niggas stop say chaos in the blood. God dog energy. God and dog energy, boy. Look. With that whole Saraswati thing, I wanted to just point that out because Saraswati, Hathor, whatever, the creative goddess energy, right, that we're all moving towards based off of us saying, you know what, I'm running the show on my own shit and I'm doing me, right? Essentially what you're trying to do is bring this Hathor energy or this Sarasvati energy out. You feel me? Y'all see the goddess. So as you're bringing this Sarasvati energy out of you, that means you're becoming more in control of your world and you're creating things on this particular dimension. In order to bring Sarasvati out or Hathor out, you have to bring, you're going to have to deal with Anubis, right? And rising in power to DMX, because every time his death day comes, which is today, you know, I get into my bag with really destroying and stepping on the old self. That identity crisis that a lot of people are faced with is a problem in the world, right? And since we just had this eclipse, we want to understand that out of darkness comes light, and out of that dark specific time, you are just being upgraded and downloaded with particular information from the darkness, right? That will spring forth a certain type of light. Like I seen my bro guy, shout out to my brother Will. That nigga Will, he posted quickly, nigga. My nigga Will posted quickly. Did y'all receive y'all uploads yet? I said, this nigga Will can't give a nigga a shot in this bitch. I said, God damn, Will, let us make it. He posted that shit about 10 a.m. I'm like, this my brother, so you know I'm having fun with him. I said, damn, Will, let us make it. Goddamn, it's not. I don't care about that goddamn sun out there. That's the false sun out there. Nobody ain't worried about that shit. We talking about the sun inside. See, the black sun inside of you, the melanin sun, the chaos sun, which I read in the Patreon yesterday, with the functionary and all these Kenneth Grant books. That black sun is turning on inside of you. This is just a backdrop. This illusionary world is a backdrop for what's inside of you. So yeah, something is getting cut on in the particular manner of you understanding as above, so below, as within, so without. So now if we understand that this dimension, this third dimension is just giving us clues and plays of what's going on in the inside of us, then we can actually move into a space, into a manner of saying, oh, okay, I get it. I can see that the eclipse is coming. Boom. So there's something inside of me, right? The chaos, the venom that's transforming. Now, the real game is for you to just understand that and believe in it, and believe in it based off of you understanding that this is, or you understanding the 7 laws of Tahuti, right? And you understanding that what's within is also showing without. I see is my bro got in here? I said, I see my nigga, he posted that shit quick, nigga. It's 10 a.m., nigga. Y'all received them upgrades yet? I said, Will, you better get your ass. I said, shout out to my brother, man. We're going to talk and laugh about this later. All right, so let's get it on, because I got a lot to cover with this Anubis energy. First, I want to talk about this real quick with Saraswati too, because a big aspect of Saraswati, or the creative energy, is they are going into this particular new year in the Hindu mythology. Let me play this Sadhguru tape, and then we'll go deeper into the fold of what's happening right now in this particular time. So after the eclipse, there's some more energy that's coming online that we want to look into and turn on within ourselves. Watch this.
The lunar calendar of India, this 13th, 14th of April happens to be the new year. The new year that you celebrate as the 1st of January is made for convenience. The significance of this Indian or Hindu calendar is that it is not just a number game of counting time, but it is about the human experience. It is taking subjective dimension of the human being as to what is happening next 21 days. The sun's energy will be having a maximum positive impact on the northern hemisphere, so it is a time of resurgence, time of blossoming. For every one of you, my best wishes for this new year.
So yeah, we're coming into a new right now, new year, new you. But just like this eclipse, right? It's out with the old, in with the new, out with the old, in with the new. So out with the old, in with the new is you understanding that whatever you set forth in your mind is about to come online. And you want to be mindful, and present about what you're thinking. So a big problem that that happens is there's a lot of how would you say unconscious thinking that's leading people into a stray, into a worry, into fear. And that's based off of just, you know, not being aware, not being as conscious as you want to be in this particular dimension, right? Because consciousness is just you being aware of your thoughts and you being to quickly eradicate that monkey mind, if you will, right? So in the Hindu mythology, Sarasvati was, you know, a goddess of creation, the arts and music and all of that stuff, right? And essentially the creation or this creative sphere is a big deal in your being, inside of you. What happened was there's a particular story in one of these Vedic texts where they were talking about a young scholar, like he was going to college, let's say that, right? Young scholar going to college doing the intellectual route, right? And he was just frustrated with the world because he was thinking like this college thing wasn't going to get him ahead and it wasn't going to move nothing for him, right? So he was on the debate team, and Sarasvati dressed up as an old woman and decided to debate him. You feel me? So essentially what happened was they went to this debate thing, da 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 da. He ran the gambit and he lost the debate. And Sarasvati then revealed herself and said, "Hey, look, I'm Sarasvati, blah blah blah." And he looked and he started crying and he was like, "Oh my God, well thank you," because particular in the debate they were having, there was kind of words that, you know, stories and words based off of challenging yourself. You feel me? Essentially challenging yourself and overcoming fear and all of that. I didn't want to get into all of that. But essentially, as Sarasvati revealed herself to the young god, he said, "Oh, thank you," and blah, blah, blah. And what can I do for you? And then Sarasvati essentially just made him his sage. And him being his sage, he would just follow Sarasvati around. Then he started getting the concept of this world is about creation. This world is about creation. This world is about creation. So if you're not creating nothing, you're already dead. So when you look at the grand scheme of thing of babies, you know, coming into creation, or people with aha moments or ideas, or just even just the way you partake in your day, right? Either you're going to create for somebody else or you're going to create for yourself. Now, I get it. I'm not telling people to leave their jobs or no shit like that. What I'm simply saying is that you have to be in a creative mode. I get it. It might feel a little uncomfortable. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. It is going to feel uncomfortable because essentially what's happening is you're changing your cells. So yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. But the problem is you can't give up on your self. You came down here in this particular third dimension to face a challenge, to overcome something inside of you, to override a certain energy that's been programmed into you based off of your, you know, upbringing and the traumas and the automaton nature of the world. So as you go through this particular dimension, you want to understand that challenging yourself is not a bad thing, family. Challenging yourself is actually a good thing. And it's actually the thing you need. You feel me? And challenging yourself is you just going into the darkness. DMX, Divine Master of the Unknown. The unknown. The unknown. DMX, Dark Man of the Unknown. The unknown. The unknown. DMX, Dark Man X. So when you look at the X-Men, right, and you just look at that whole mythology or whatever that you want, movies or comic books or whatever, right, They're talking about you and the superpowers you have, and you stop playing human. See, when they put these stories out, they're showing you straight up, nigga, you got to be out here creating something. You have superpowers within you that you have to unlock. So yeah, you can go to the school to learn how to unlock these, i.e. Bobby Hammett, Brother Panic, Brother Yosef, myself, and all the spiritual occultists, Will, Trav, everybody out here that's doing their thing, you feel me? All of us. You can go and learn just based off of, you know, just some of the understandings that you're seeing in the particular world, right? And start turning on your superpowers, right? And that's key. That's heavy for the family to understand to the core. Like, you can turn all your superpowers. You just got to go within. The only tool, the biggest tool you have is your mind and your heart, which is one and the same. So now your heart is the feeling mechanism, right? That makes you feel and move in a particular manner based off of you having courage or that heroic energy about yourself, your cells. And then the mind is you being able to put it down into, you know, through these symbols that's going to come through in your dreams and stuff like that. Feel me? So you want to understand to the core that you have all the tools you need inside of you, X-Man. The problem is you got to go and face that darkness. That darkness is part of what happened with this eclipse, right? It came over the sun. So there's some darkness that you have to understand within inside of you so you can come out with some light. And light is just information. So like I was telling y'all, family, hey, when you go to sleep, you believe it or not, you're getting upgraded or downloaded with information. Your body is getting restored so you can keep on moving a particular way. But then also information is getting downloaded to you. Now, bigger problem is people not understanding the symbols, people not really going for theirs with the symbols, and people just running from themselves. You feel me? Themselves. So understanding that darkness is going to make you move in a particular manner if you're ready to face it. See, they put all these movies out here based off of the boogeyman and the nighttime and all of that, so you won't go into the darkness, so you won't close your eyes, so you won't sleep that long. So you'll be afraid to go to sleep, so you can keep on looking at your cell phone and being programmed by their information, by their light codes. So you can just stay up and not receive your true light codes that's within. The darkness is where you get your plays from, is where everything is going down at. And if y'all ain't seen, I got them, I got the sweet dreams, and shout out to the winner. Whoever was the winner, shout out to them, family. Hit me up. I had hit you up for the sweet dreams. Whoever named the product, shout out to y'all. I got a pin to the top. There's a few more left, so you're gonna want to get it as soon as possible. And oh boy, when I'm talking about I go to sleep, I smoke it, and my dreams be off the chain, nigga. I'm talking about off the chain. Nigga, I had a dream last night. I was on a boat, and shit, I can't. But essentially, I was on a boat, traveling, you know, doing my thing or whatever on this boat, and essentially, I ran into some disturbance in the water. Let's just say that. And you know, in the dream, I essentially got to a point where I was lucid, because at first I wasn't lucid. I was just automaton mind. And then I got to a point where I was lucid. I was like, oh shit, I'm dreaming. But then I still let the dream play out because I knew I was dreaming, just based off of how, you know, weird everything was happening so quickly. And essentially I overcame it. You know what I'm saying? There was some troubling waters, if you will, that I had to overcome. Was just based off of me waking up and saying, oh, okay, I get it. This is a particular emotion I have to work on. Let me do this chakra work. You feel me? So essentially, right, that's what you want to understand within yourself. You want to understand your native language, which is your dream, and you want to understand that darkness, because that's where the symbols come, and that's where your plays will actually happen. You feel me? So yeah, rising the power to wait, hold on, James, what you say? Rising the power to Kiwan. What was okay? Tell me something. Kiwan, damn. Right, yeah, rising power to your brother, man. Hey, look, just remember and just understand that the ancestors are with us, and they have our back. You feel me? And I'm gonna show y'all here how they have our back and how the ancestors are here to help and assist us in this particular dimension. So yeah, rising the power to the family, but I'm telling y'all, brother panic be coming through, family. And listen, if you need some information on some deeper stuff, go to sleep with some brother panic lectures and see that nigga come through. You feel me? See what happens. You feel me? Shit, get it in like that. You feel me? Smoke his panic pack and go through it. You feel me? So and then look, that's inspired me to make this goddamn dream pack. Well, sweet dreams pack, essentially. Cause I'm like, man, fuck it. So this was about at the beginning of the year. They playing with my dream supplements. I said, fuck it. Let me just go ahead and mix my own concoction, because I did it back in the day with just based off of panic taking so long to sell the goddamn panic pack or send it off. I said, fuck it, let me just make my own shit. And this is a fair warning. If you order these pre-sale things, it's gonna be 2 weeks, because I'm waiting for the labels and the packaging to come in. You feel me? We presenting this stuff correctly. We presenting it with a powerful energy, right? So just be mindful. You're gonna have to wait. So if you can't wait, do not buy. Do not buy, nigga. Shell, we basically giving it away. How many herbs D Ray and I had to put in this goddamn bucket and mix it up? Nigga, we basically giving this stuff away. So hey, it's gonna be a few more after either today or tomorrow, whatever. Man, let me roll. See that? See, I goddamn fast mind. I'm telling y'all, nigga, my shit be fucked up. I'll start talking about anything in this bitch. Shout out to the family. So DMX, right? DMX. Now look, DMX is, a pivotal understanding of this Anubis energy. And this Anubis energy is a big play for you guiding yourself through, this particular dimension and the death realm. So when you fucking with DMX or Anubis, right? You are essentially protected, which I'm about to show y'all why right now. I remember I was what grade was I in? I think I was in like 8th grade or something like that. And I'm jamming. I think I was in 7th grade. Maybe it was 7th grade. And me and my one of my close friends, we got into a fight. Before we got into the bus, on the bus, they got the bus company and everything like that, right? So we about to get in the fight before we get on the bus to go home. And, teachers break it up. They about to take us to the principal's office. We didn't get this there. So this nigga talking shit on the bus. And I said, because I usually sit in the back with him. So he went to the back, my nigga Jermaine, and I just sat in the front. I said, all right. And he's still talking shit. So I got my headphones on, my Walkman. And this is funny shit. I remember listening to that DMX. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, That's how rough riders roll. The whole bus ride home, nigga, because I'm about to beat this nigga ass when we get off this bus. That's what that's what I'm kind of thinking in my head. You feel me? So I'm jamming. It's going down. DMX running through my whole veins and shit. You feel me? Nigga, I get off that bus first because I'm in front. Bus driver can't do nothing. We from the hood and shit, so it's going down regardless. You feel me? Nigga, that nigga get off. That nigga take one step off of that bitch out. Wow! I'm left-handed. So, nigga, we start getting out there fighting. He got up, and we start getting out there fighting. Nigga, I whooped that nigga's ass, nigga. He to this day he'll say, "Nah, I got the best of you." You know how niggas do. I got that nigga straight up. Shout out to DMX, baby. That whole ride, I had the DMX, that Rough Rider tape. Nigga, I was gone, nigga, on that bitch ass there. I said, "Oh, DMX got me crunk in this hole." You feel me? But now he's on the other side. So now, Dark Man X, the unknown, we need to fuck with this shit heavy, nigga. Just for the mere fact that he named himself Divine Master of the Unknown is why you need to be fucking with DMX. Dark Man of the Unknown. If that ain't speaking to you like a motherfucker, that's telling you right now that you talking about that melanin, you talking about that venom, you talking about that darkness. Out of darkness comes light, and then just being able to recognize DMX as a figure that puts all of his emotions into his music, and he's just this weird figure essentially in his waking life, where he's like reverse of what he's kind of proliferating in his music. Then it's like, wow, okay, this is something we probably need to fuck with heavy. You feel me? So rising power to DMX because he transitioned today, and I think he would have been 53. 53 is what? The 8. So hey, we gotta turn up on this DMX. So y'all know what time it is. Fuck with that DMX music heavy today. You feel me? Because he is Anubis. He is the dog. Remember, dog and God is the same. It's in reverse, right? This says Anubis played a crucial role in guiding souls through the underworld and overseeing the weighing of the heart ceremony. Weighing of the heart ceremony, where a person's heart was weighed against this feather of Mayat to determine their fate in the afterlife. So a big point of why that's important, family, is that if you have any regrets, if you have any no shot, you didn't take your shot, if you have any how would you say, emotional baggage towards this third dimension, then you're coming back in that baby brain, boy. Hey, that's a different beast, nigga. I look at my son today like, nigga, you only 5 months in this hole. And nigga, your ass is getting taken care of, but I can see it. And I'll be like, oh, I feel your pain. You gotta wait for people to come to get your ass. And you trying to figure this whole thing out again. That nigga be looking at me, I be looking at him. We be looking at each other. We be like, he be knowing because we spiritually connected like that. You feel me? I'm back in this. So I'm like, yep, nigga, you are. And you gotta, and shit, nigga. Your ass. This bitch. You gotta listen and bend to my will, because I'm gonna program you like a motherfucker, boy. So hey, look, I'm telling you, niggas be thinking that human ride be that kind of thing. You get it? Hey, that's the program. What you think a child is? you're essentially programming with your truth and your belief system. So now when you come back as this baby, now you have to ride into a new being again. So as you're riding into the new being, you got new adventures that you got to embark on, new feelings and stories you have to deal with. Nigga, you don't want to do that shit again, nigga. Nigga, you might not want to do that again. So I'm explaining what I'm seeing on the other side in the astral realms with niggas waiting on a bus or waiting at a bench or waiting in at a park, waiting for the doors to open again. These motherfuckers regret their experience down here. And since they know it's not real, they're coming back and they're trying again because they have to overcome a certain energy inside of them of why they came down here in the first place. The best correlation I could do is go watch the movie Moana. That's a real good idea or depiction of this whole thing, because she had to set sail to see who she was destined to be. So there's another good one is Lovecraft Country with Hippolyta. Remember when Hippolyta, the mama, she was a shell of herself based off of her husband, and she was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just sit at home and just wait for you to come back. He living out his adventure, and she just sitting at home just waiting and shit, waiting for something to happen, right? Then she touched the cube thing, the circle thing, the whole lit up, and then she started going into her mind. And guess who she saw? She saw her higher self as a divine supreme goddess, and she said, where do you want to go? And remember, Hippolyta is just Wonder Woman. Y'all remember when I decoded that whole Lovecraft Country? Hippolyta is Wonder Woman, and she's essentially a divine goddess where you can understand that your creator sphere. She is Saraswati. You feel me? So understanding that creator sphere, this feminine energy inside of you, it has to be turned on, right? And moved with, so you can play around in this particular adventure, is important. Let's keep it rolling, family. Let's keep it rolling. Anubis, the energy associated with Anubis is often described as mysterious, protective, and transformative. As a guide of souls, Anubis embodies the journey of transformation and rebirth. His energy is deeply connected to the process of death and regeneration, death and regeneration, death and regeneration, symbolizing the necessary transition from one state of being to another. From one state of being to another. So understand that Anubis is an important figure inside of you. Remember, these gods and goddesses are energy signatures, energy streams inside of you that you have to turn on. You're turning on light bulbs in your subconscious mind. As you turn on these particular light bulbs, you then become a new being. I get it. You have kids, you have a mortgage, you have certain situations in your life that's, tying you down to this old self. You're going to have to get over that shit, nigga, because at the same time, at the end of the day, that weighing in the heart when you transition is going to be heavy. If your heart isn't light as a feather, when you transition, you will be coming back. You don't want to leave no regrets on this bitch. You don't want to have no regrets here. You're going to have to go for yours and at least take your shot. If you don't take the shot, then you will have a regret. That's the problem, family. We got to understand that you can't be held captive to a program. The program is based off of your upbringing that's not real. Your mama and them. Hey, if they want to come back, that's cool. But if you can hear this message, if you listen to me, if you fuck with me, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about becoming supernatural. I'm excited about this one, y'all. Patreon family, I'm excited about this one. We read the what was that? Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. But now we're going deeper into the fold with the mind power. Stop being lazy, my nigga. You only got this is it. What? You're gonna have to pick your energy up, your vitality up, something. You're gonna have to run the gambit on self. Nigga, I went through this whole 4-day fasting shit based off of me feeling and to say, oh, okay, I get it. Me reading certain texts and stuff like that. I said, damn, you want to be as clear as possible for this shit. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Nigga, that shit was horrible, nigga. Nigga was in this bitch. Some of y'all seen me the other day. I was like, nigga, this shit trash, nigga. Fuck it. Mad and shit, pissed the fuck off. I wanted to eat like a motherfucker. All of that shit, right? Feeling anxiety and stuff. And I'm drinking this watermelon juice. The watermelon juice is not organic. You feel me? I got that watermelon that you said it had seeds in it. So fuck it. I had put that in the Nama. You feel me? And just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just watermelon this thing out. That shit was working though. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about, nigga. That shit was working. What y'all want? What you gonna say? It didn't work? I'm saying it worked, nigga. Fuck it. You feel me? That shit worked like a motherfucker. I was drinking it. I was like, oh, okay, this shit good. You feel me? Shout out to my bro guy Jay that put me on with the organic people down here. They didn't have no watermelons, but he put me on in the Patreon. And I need, if anybody knows, I do want to find the organic plug out here in the H. So if anybody knows of the organic plugs because I know it's about to be watermelon season. So if anybody hit me up, DM me. And don't DM me on Instagram because that shit is too long now. I'd be like, God damn, just be overwhelmed and shit. You feel me? So I be trying to get to them DM, but sometimes I gotta take a break off of that shit. It'd be too much. But try to email me or email me or hit me up in the Patreon family for real. Cause shit, I want to find out. All right. Alienation, right? This is you, family. You have to understand that you're alienated based off of you hearing my message and you understanding that you're a chaos being, right? You're not the same as these other people. You want to understand that to the core. It says, when you pursue a journey that aligns closely with personal spiritual adventures, your perspectives and behaviors may diverge significantly from societal norms. This can lead to feelings of alienation, as those around you, including friends and family members, might not understand your experiences or the changes in you. They might even react negatively, thinking your behaviors are odd or concerning, to the extent of questioning your sanity. That's what I'm saying. When we talk about aliens, we're talking about you, family. You are the alien. And I'm not talking about these other niggas that's automatons or robots. Fuck them niggas, man. They can't see. We're talking about us. We are the aliens, the ones that can receive this message and understand what time it is. So we can't try to fit into something that's not about our business. This is your last ride on planet Earth, some of y'all. And essentially, you have to understand that you are alien to this particular dimension. So you're having a human experience as a spiritual being, and you're not fitting into societal norms. So why are you trying to play human? You are way greater than this human thing. And I need y'all to understand this to the core. They put these symbols in subconscious, like, nigga, we was watching that we was watching that Three Body Problems yesterday. I said, all right, I'm going to sleep. This shit is trash, nigga. I'm telling you, they're talking about you. I don't know what people are thinking. What else? Who are they talking about? They're talking about you the whole damn movie, the whole damn show. Sitting there watching that shit, I'm like, this is wasting my time. I know about me, nigga. You can't tell me about me. You think they talking to, oh, the aliens? It's about you, nigga. The whole show. I'm not gonna even decode it just based off of. I'm just so mad at just them trying to keep on telling us about ourselves. Hey, and look, it don't have nothing to do with me. You're gonna have to understand that within yourself that you the alien. I don't, I know. So you don't have to trust and believe what the fuck I'm saying. You just gotta find that in your own heart and say, oh, okay, I am different. These other you be around your family members, you be thinking, you be like, God damn, I am real different than these motherfuckers. I'm talking to you, nigga. I'm not, see, I don't know if y'all think my message I'm like talking to the whole world or whatever. I'm just talking to you, nigga. You are the one that I'm talking to. I know it's hard to believe. I know everybody felt special. No, nigga, it's you. Remember when Bobby used to say that? That shit was real. Bobby was like, nigga, have you ever felt special? And then everybody raised their hand. Yeah, I guess so. Bobby wasn't joking. He like, look, there's a few of us down here. And see, we gotta even stop saying less than 1%. Fuck that shit too. Nobody care about none of that 1% thing. Can you pick up on the message or not? I don't care fuck how many people know about this shit. It's you, nigga. You the alien and you the one that's supposed to run amok on this bitch. You feel me? Because this is your last ride. Crossroads. Coming to a crossroad. The choice between continuing your spiritual journey or returning to the comfort of societal acceptance and material comforts. The hardship and resistance encountered are not mere obstacles, but tests of commitment to spiritual growth. You're getting tested, family. Those who persevere through these challenges demonstrate their readiness for deeper spiritual realization, whereas others might abandon their journey upon facing significant challenges. Hey, listening to me, there ain't no going back. And you know it, nigga. Sometimes I'll be shocked to see people have went back. Oh, you went back. Oh, okay, that must have meant it wasn't real for you. You feel me? What's the girl? Pretty Boss and these other people like that, right? Oh, I'd be like, oh shit, it's going down, baby. How the fuck did you go back? To what? You can't go back. It's no return. So now understanding that and understanding part of your mission is to create something down here. It's not about showing it off or proving it to somebody. It's about proving it to yourself. If that's part of the mission down here, then you got to ask yourself, what are you creating? It's not as easy as just saying, all right, I'm about to make this CMOS product and just sell this. It's not about that shit. That's thinking that's limiting yourself to an idea. It's not about you doing Forex or whatever the fuck you think this thing is about. It's not about money. It's about something that you have to express within yourself based off of the fear that you're running from. Tell y'all, one of the biggest fears I used to have was public speaking. Public speaking was a huge fear that I had to overcome, right? And I was I was a personal trainer holding these big ass boot camps and shit, 300 people by myself and shit. And I remember the feeling. I'm like, oh shit, damn, I just fuck. I'm holding this boot camp shit, right? And I'm literally from a drug kind of, inhabitants essentially, right? So now I'm like, damn, well, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck can I do, right? I had to really overcome that shit, right? I used to take this nootropic to try to like ease the pain because I was coming off the drugs so heavy too, and I'm pushed myself to become this personal training thing. The nootropic was Finibut, right? And it like relieves anxiety and shit like that. You feel me? But even that shit wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? I was taking that alpha brain stuff, all of that stuff, right? Even all of that shit wasn't working. It was working, but it wasn't like I still needed to overcome or understand how to deliver in a particular manner, right? So for Whim, I started doing that Toastmaster shit. Nigga, I heard about it in college, and and my girlfriend in college at the time, she was in Toastmasters, and I said, I ain't doing that shit, nigga. What kind of goofy ass shit is that? She would always go to the meetings and all of that shit, right? Nigga, I end up 10 years later joining a Toastmasters group and did that for 3 years. You feel me? We had to stand in front of people and speak and shit. While I'm doing that, I'm going through the process of becoming a PE teacher. You feel me? So now all of a sudden I'm in a whole bunch of different boats and angles of this thing, right? So as I'm transforming into this new being, right, and I'm moving away from that old self that used to just smoke and drink and, be a shell of myself, I literally became anew. And I need to go actually see the date of that, because essentially, what year are we in? 2023? No, I'm 38 now. I was 28 then. So damn. So yeah, 10 years later. You feel me? So, I was going through my dark night of the sun, especially, and I was really dark night of the soul, and I was really gun-ho on getting off them drugs, because I was doing drugs from goddamn 17 to how old am I? From 17 to 28, even a little bit after that, because you be still drinking and shit. You feel me? So I was so engulfed in that energy for that time that I didn't recognize myself. And essentially what I had to do was make a choice. And that's the same thing you have to do, family. You have to make a choice. You're at a crossroads. Either you're going to wither and go by the wayside, or you're going to stand up for yourself and start making the right choice for yourself. Listen, nigga, you know how hard it is to get off of drugs? Nigga, that shit is not no easy walk. Tell you about the chills and the fucking nightmares I've had. Like literally going to sleep in sweats and colds and shit like that. You feel me? Trying to kick the habit. I had to get rid of all of my partners and friends. This nigga called me. Well, I called him back. And I'm talking to his ass, and he telling me about one of our partners that's gone away to jail, right? And I'm just getting mad and angry as I'm talking to him. Why the fuck would he go? He know what he's supposed to do. That's not how we move. What the fuck is he doing? Da 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 da. This nigga tried. I'm not gonna talk about my nigga like that. But essentially, he's gone for 11 years. And now I'm pissed the fuck off based off of, well, I'm not mad because essentially, fuck that shit. I can't get mad at because I got out, right? So now, you know, we have to, and I want to cry for my nigga, but I'm not going to do it on here. But essentially, we have to be able to move into a space of choosing our next path. We can't just let, you know, our old self run amok on us. You feel me? You're protected, family. Let me show y'all this. You're protected. Anubis got your back. Your guide dog or guard dog is going to protect you at all costs. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be uncomfortable. But if you trust and believe and move in the aspect of your guard dog, your guide dog, you will be protected. The uncomfortable feeling will come over you. But essentially, you're going to have to just be able to understand to the core that you're protected with divine power and essence, with your ancestors, with your higher self. There's going to be some stumbling blocks, right? We get that. That's the test. That's the challenge if you're really ready and made up of this thing. And so you can actually know how to withstand some of the pains and the traumas that you know that you might have to face. Can you have the particular conversation with the person based off of you being that nigga now? Are you able to handle business in a particular room, right, full of other monsters based off of your mind being sharp? So that's why these challenges are coming up, because they're testing you to get to the next level. So when you are there 5 years from now, 3 years from now, it'll be a thing off your shoulders. It'll be a piece of cake. You'll be in that meeting eating them for lunch. This shit is a spiritual endeavor, family. I can't make it up. I used to try to read that goddamn 50th law with my partners back in the day. We selling drugs and shit. I'm sitting here telling them, like, look, nigga, we need to read this shit so we can turn up more. Nah. And I said, right, kind of conform. And I conformed based off of me just trying to fit in and shit like that. I should have known. I should have said, fuck them niggas, nigga. These are the workers. I am a leader. What the fuck am I? The mind trying to fit in with the workers. You don't fit in because you are above these niggas, man. I'm talking to you. You got to understand that to the core. You trying to play human and you're not human. You're a god, you're a goddess, and you're above them. You gotta understand within yourself that it's okay to be above these automaton niggas. Stop taking it personal. That's your right as a chaos being, as a sovereign being. You have the right to be over, you can be humble and stuff like that, but at the same time, you can't cower and put yourself in their shoes. You have to get over that shit and just understand that you don't fit in with these niggas. It's okay. They might be working for you one day and you might just have, community parties and shit like that. You feel me? But fuck that. You can't just keep on playing aloof in a shell of yourself because you don't want people to judge you and shit like that. No, these niggas can't hold a candle to you. And it's not about that. It's just about you knowing who you are inside. I'm sitting here telling y'all this shit and y'all still would say, all right, yeah, nigga. No, I'm talking about do something about it. Get mad. Choose violence. And how do you choose violence? The mental alchemy. You doing your mind work and you actually going into your lab every day, every rising to turn up on your mind power. You know this too. This is the problem. You see, niggas want to get swole tomorrow and shit. Niggas go to the gym for 2 weeks and be like, fuck it, nigga. I ain't seeing no results. I give up. Nigga, this shit ain't gonna come overnight. You're gonna have to put in some of that mental alchemy work to really get down with the get down and understand the level of God you are. But the beautiful thing about it is, as you keep on working on your mind and developing this consciousness and awareness of yourself, you start to realize that, okay, I can control things with my mind. I am in control, right? I don't have to cower to these particular emotions. You feel me? And that inside job that you're doing is worth more than gold. So I want the family to understand that to the core. Like, hey, look, not only is it about you and your higher self, but you have ancestors and people working for you, your higher self. You have particular spirit guides that have your back. You feel me? Now, I did a powerful visualization for the Patreon family yesterday where I was showing them a particular visualization where they can find their particular number and start putting that up. I need y'all to hone into what I was saying, Patreon family. You want to use that number as evidence that you're on the right path. As you're using that number as evidence that you're on the right path, guess what? Slowly but surely, you're going to, as you keep on following the path, right? And understand that, yeah, you doing this mental alchemy work, you're going in your lab and getting your mind stronger, right? Slowly but surely, you see your evidence number, right? Which is spirit. As you seeing that number more and more, eventually your internal world is going to change and you're going to feel great about yourself. And then when your internal world changes, guess what? The outside world is going to change. But guess what, nigga? That shit ain't going to matter because you already feel great about yourself. You don't need the cars and the big ass house and all of this stuff. It's going to come. But essentially, what the fuck? That shit is just a backdrop of what's inside of you. So, hey, family, that movie Inside Out is coming back out. Guess how old she turning? Put it in the chat. Yeah, y'all seen that candle? Chaos in the blood, baby. Chaos in the blood. When I seen that, I said, oh, they playing with the gods. I said, boy, y'all is some funny people. Let's see who put it in the chat first. I said, hey, look, you can't make it up. And you know I'm going to decode it. And they added more emotions to the bitch. So I was like, oh, okay, it's going down in this hoe. I said, they playing. You know it's Static Shock, that 13. I seen that candle on that trailer. I said, yep, got him. Chaos in the blood. It says, we're speaking of the ability for you to know that you are fully protected by whatever endeavors you want to move into. Whatever endeavor you want to move into. Whatever endeavor you want to move into. The concept of a guide dog or guard dog symbolizes a protective presence in one's life journey. It reflects the idea that there is a divine or spiritual guardianship accompanying you as you pursue your new ventures. as you pursue the new you, as you move into the new being called Flower Rising, called Rohan Mason, called John Jackson, called Kyan Sparks, called Static Shock, baby. What? This notion instills confidence and a sense of security, assuring you that you are not alone and that there's guidance and protection available. Whether interrupted as a literal guardianship or as a metaphor for divine protection, it represents an intelligence. God dog, guard dog. Anubis is the person you want to fuck with, family. I can't make it up. And there's so many signs and symbols of DMX being Anubis that I couldn't even make it up. I was like, oh my God, this nigga is a fucking Anubis in the flesh. And I was like, hey, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I'm using him as Anubis. So guess what? DMX music, DMX posters, the Dark Man X. I can't make that shit up if I wanted to, nigga. Nigga's whole demeanor was monstrous and a protector at the same time. That nigga loved his kids and he tried to protect and move into this space of guardianship or guard dog. You feel me? So we got, he was on, the drugs and stuff, but that's what we all go through, that fight, right? And in his fight, it just couldn't overcome him, but that was just his story. You feel me? But that doesn't mean the energy is not there and the energy is not valid. You got to understand what he represents as a symbol. And he represents a powerful guard dog, Anubis. So it says, DMX embodied the characteristics of a dog, both physically and spiritually. Can't make that up. He befriended dogs in his youth, which helped him through difficult times of abuse, neglect, abandonment, and addiction. Y'all read that DMX story, family. It's absolutely powerful as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Him taking in dogs and really gravitating towards his dog energy. Absolutely would shake you up. His music reflects his duality as he addresses both demonic spirits and God on albums, showcasing his authenticity and vulnerability. That's huge because, we want to see the energy signature in people, right? So his demeanor, just like anybody's energy signature we will see, his demeanor sort of carried a certain signature that we can invoke. And by invoking it, you turn that thing on inside of you. And nigga, when you turn that thing on inside of you, guess what? You start moving and see, this is where you got to go through the fight. The old self might come in line and it's going to be like this shaking thing that's happening with you, right? So now let's say you're at work and, there's a particular co-worker that you fuck with, that you don't really fuck with or whatever, right? But you cool with him, you just trying to stay cordial, whatever, right? He talking shit and shit, right? And, you invoke Anubis and then you go back to work and now all of a sudden you feel this other kind of energy or presence inside you, right? And now your coworker is talking shit again to you, and you going through this shaking stage of, damn, should I tell this nigga off or should I just take this red pill and turn up on his bitch ass? You feel me? You going through that stage, and guess what, nigga? You need to turn up on his bitch ass because your spirit is telling you to. See, Bobby, and I remember Bobby said this in a lecture, and it was a powerful lecture because Bobby essentially said that we don't have time to trick ourselves with the particular thoughts that come to us in that particular manner. You got to run with that natural divine thought that came up first. I get it. Hey, we're in the matrix, cool. But let's say you had all the money in the world, right? Which, you know, we get it. It's just a practice. Then you'll tell that motherfucker off, right? You probably would you probably beat that motherfucker's ass. You feel me? So now, obviously, be crafty and be creative in your communication when you have to deal with certain people at your job or wherever it is in your life. You feel me? I get it, you know, what's that Dave Chappelle skit? When shit go wrong, when keeping it real goes wrong. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, that nigga Dave Chappelle creative than a motherfucker. That nigga said, when keeping it real goes wrong. And then I think he used a DMX thing in that hole. Y'all remember that bitch? That was what, 10th grade, 9th grade, something like that. Maybe 10th grade. And they said, fuck that shit, nigga, Wu-Tang. And they got fired from that job. And that's I said, "Oh boy!" So you know you do got to be creative in the way you approach these people at your job, but at the same time, you know, don't put up with shit in a demeaning manner. You feel me? You're God, and they can't just keep on playing with you like that. You feel me? Fuck them people. Similar to Tupac, DMX voice carried aggression and pain, resonating deeply with listeners. Heavy, heavy, heavy. So we're talking about an intelligence. You feel me? Some of y'all might know people like that. When you hear Tupac, you can hear this sense of urgency or this sense of wisdom, right? Same thing with DMX. They have this kind of speech that's trying to move you in a particular manner. You feel me? Same thing with Bobby Hemmett. Same thing with Panic and all of these other people. You feel me? So just because it doesn't matter what they're believing in or whatever, right? That shit is an illusion. We have to look at the idea and the energy signature that they're riding with, and then really internalize that sound, right? Like I said, Sarasvati, creator sphere, the goddess creator, she playing this Vinay, right, is sound. And we know sound is what is what's moving you. You feel me? So when they talk about the universe, they're talking about you, the one song. And you are this one song that's in harmony or in rhythm with your own tune. Why y'all think I get on here and start singing, nigga? Because I'm trying to get my singing deal going. You feel me? Oh, hey, I'm trying. Hey, somebody gonna find me one day, and y'all gonna be like, "This nigga Dream became a singer." Yep, I told y'all, nigga. So hey, just let me get my tune right. I'm gonna be Barry White in this bitch. You feel me? Quick. It says Anubis as the opener of the way, he symbolizes spiritual transformation and guides individuals through death. Through death. Remember, death is you killing off the old self. So I know a lot of people is obviously that's a form of it as well, right? Going through the transitional stage, right? But as you're here on this third dimension having this spiritual experience, Anubis is important for you to kill off that old person that you don't want to be no more, right? So a lot of y'all might feel attached to this old person. Anubis is a very, very powerful being to use and invoke so you can kill off that old cells that's not serving you, that's not serving your adventure down here in this matrix. So that's important, family. I want y'all to understand this to the core. Death is not a bad thing. Death is you transferring into that butterfly. So from the caterpillar to the cocoon stage to the butterfly, that's who you're becoming. When pursuing a new adventure, have an Anubis pendant with you and or play DMX music frequently. I can't make it up. Frequently. So I used to sell these Anubis pins because remember back in the day, all of y'all that's been with me for 5 years now, I was telling y'all that Anubis pin is important based off of it being you riding your new adventure into this particular dimension and you being protected from your higher self, from your ancestors, from these spirit guides as you're riding with this Anubis pin down your new story. So you want to find an Anubis pin. I don't sell them no more, but you want to find an Anubis pin, Anubis pendants, you know what I'm saying, have a Anubis, one of them Anubis things, right? Them circle things with Anubis' face on it. And you want to have that in your pocket when you're going through this transitional state. You feel me? So for instance, when I was becoming an entrepreneur, right, I would have a Anubis pendant on me, just based on in my pocket and shit. And I would have my Ashe cards, which I will bring back soon, with Anubis in my backpack. I'll carry that hoe everywhere because just basically, essentially, I'm just enlivening the energy inside me to protect me from relapsing from the old self and becoming this old self energy, right? So after a while, you don't need it no more because you just essentially become a new. But then when you're trying to become something again, right, and move into a new adventure, then you're gonna have to move into using Anubis again. You feel me? Because essentially, like a lot of people in my consultations out here, yeah, I want to just travel the world. I want to just do da da da. You know what I'm saying? All of that luxurious kind of stuff. Okay. Who do you have to become to get to that person that travels the world frequently? What does that person sound like? Does he speak up for himself? Or is he just a shell of himself? You feel me? That's very, very vital and very important in your growth and development. So another thing, instead of Anubis, you can use DMX. So use the DMX music, right? And use that to turn up, right? If y'all go to the gym, play this DMX music. You're transforming your body. You feel me? Play DMX when you're in your meditations, right? You can play this DMX music, just play the playlist, play it, and sit there and visualize you walking a dog. Trust me, nigga, that shit is gonna come on heavy for your ass. All you gotta do is visualize you walking a dog. That's it, right? A ferocious dog too, a strong dog, right? Because that dog is essentially symbolizing you. You don't want to be walking no poodle or no shit like that. You want to be walking a big ass dog. You feel me? And now to my ladies, you know, walk that friendly pit bull. You feel me? Make that pit bull walk sexy and shit. You feel me? Whatever. I'm just giving y'all from my perspective of what I did. Play that DMX music and just visualize yourself walking a dog. Your subconscious mind, your spirit knows what you're trying to do. You're trying to move into a new. So your subconscious mind knows that. So as you're walking this dog, playing the music, especially falling into this new year, this Hindu new year, right? Which they're just aligned with spiritual endeavors, right? This ain't no January 1st. They're saying now we are aligned with something beyond just us, you know, just celebrating our human or whatever, right? So they're saying this April 13th and 14th date for them is their new year, their spiritual new year. And you know, they're coming out of Ramadan on this tomorrow, right? Or today. Damn, they're coming out today. So now they're moving into a whole different space and time based off of energy first. Energy first. Energy first. Right? So in that Hindu mythology where they're, you know, essentially not worshiping but understanding the spiritual system with all these polytheistic deities, understanding them inside of them, then they move into a particular adventure and you know, and they're like, okay, this is what we're doing now. You feel me? A good person to watch also is Sagura. So that's a guru dude, right? Just understanding what he's saying and just really honing into the idea of this self-discipline or the Shivatism thing. You feel me? That's actually a powerful thing as well. Boom. Sweet dreams, baby. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. The pre-sale is here. The pre-sale is here. If you can't wait, don't buy it. If you can't wait, don't buy it. It should be ready in 2 weeks. I'm just waiting for the package or the packages to come. You know, they're making the packages and stuff like that with the labels and stuff because, you know, I like to do my stuff luxury style. So that thing is linked at the top, pinned to the top. Give me some questions, baby. Give me some questions. My poodle has Anubis energy. All right, Chloe, I feel you. That's where it's at. My cats act like dogs. Ooh-wee. Going to be ready for 20. I wanted to see that One Love. I think I'm going to watch it. We wanted to go to the movies and watch it, but we're just going to finally just succumb and watch it on one of them goddamn what is that, on one of them free websites or whatever. You feel me? Because fuck it, we're just gonna have to get it in. The April 8th fear factor that was put on me by a lot of these conscious people that really showed me a lot. Yeah, I think, you know, is the problem with all of that. Like there's a different perspective when you're looking at things that, you know, the biggest idea is to understand that people will falter based off of their mind. This is all a mind thing, family. This don't have nothing to do with anything outside of us. It's all about your mind and how strong you can make it, right? This is called mental alchemy. That's the basis of the Kemetic philosophies and stuff like that, right? The ancient text is all about mental alchemy. So understanding that the stronger your mind gets, right, the stronger your world gets around you. You feel me? So you see this a lot with people that go through real particular traumas and situations where they just have to override it or else. You feel me? What's the dude that make all the movies? The billionaire dude that make all the Medea and shit like that, right? That nigga, he said he's sleeping in his car, right? It's always an overcoming story and stuff like that. You feel me? So just understanding that overcoming is a certain energy that you want to override in yourself based off of, you know, based off of your mind. So I hear a lot of people when they're saying like, yeah, some people ain't going to make it just based off of them having low vibrational thoughts and feeling a shell of themselves or feeling depressed and anxiety. Well, if you keep on thinking that way, then essentially that's what's going to happen. because that darkness will succumb you. Just in this eclipse thing, that darkness will succumb you, and then you'll just say, okay, this is me. So we want to be able to be mindful of the automatons or the walking dead, and just understand that they have their plight and we have ours. Hey Pam, does Hanuman have any connection to Anubis? Hanuman is more of like Heru or Jesus. You feel me? So Hanuman, the monkey god, he's essentially you know, a hero, if you will, right? So Hanuman in the mythology, he goes off to carry out his journey based off of, you know, Brahma and shit like that. You feel me? So he wants to do good by, you know, the higher up, if you will. But it's just a reflection of him. You feel me? So as he goes on this particular journey, he just overcomes a lot, and that's the whole all the mythologies are the same thing. It's overcoming, right? That's all you keep on hearing in all of it. Oh, what else y'all got, baby? What else y'all got? People think something was gonna happen on the 8th. Nah, it takes time to play out. Yeah, Big Cthulhu. I think it's more so of you know, people might have got infected or ingested with a certain kind of energy or a mindset. I did it in the Patreon where I told the family that essentially, you know, you don't want to look at the sun, or you don't want to look based off of this kind of walk-in energy that a lot of people don't understand within themselves, right? So there are entities out here that do want a home. And Bobby used to talk about this back in the day. They're called walk-ins, and they trying to find a new place to dwell in, right? And they can show up, and it's not good or bad or right or wrong, because some walk-ins might come and help you and make you that much more powerful. So, you know, there is no right or wrong, but the idea is not to let nothing walk into you and you become the god of yourself, right? So there's a book called Entity Attachment Removals. Self-help procedure by Rise Harrington and Brian Jameson. So essentially what he's speaking of is like depression, anxiety, you know, all of that shit, right? Worry, fear, you know what I'm saying? Those are big entities that a lot of people do not want. Obviously, you don't want none of those on you, right? But as you're going through your journey and you're raising up your vibration, right? The map of consciousness, essentially, these entities can be removed. So spiritual baths, you know, different incantations, different mantras and shit like that. You feel me? So you want to be able to do that stuff based off of you understanding that there might be a certain, like, for instance, alcohol is a big one, right? Alcohols can be walk-ins in your body. So because your spirit is open in that particular vein, right? So you just want to be mindful of all of that. You feel me? Why did Hitler have the stash he did? Does hair in that area gives you power? I don't know, John. I don't know about that. But you mean like a mustache? God damn. Hell nah, boy. What? And that's another thing. We want to be able to, yeah, Dre, that's a good one. Also, psychic self-defense. You feel me? And what's up, Instagram family and Facebook family? If y'all in here, if y'all got a question, y'all can come to the YouTube and leave the question before I get up out of here. But essentially what I want y'all to take with, especially on DMX Day, on DMX's day, is that I want y'all to know that you have guides with you. You have spiritual guides with you that's ready to protect and serve, protect, and serve. We're not talking about the law. We're talking about energies or spirit guides or your higher self or your ancestors that will turn up and turn on for you. The problem is we have to understand how to deal with them, and how you deal with them is through the mind, through the quantum realm. So understanding that is a key play in, you understanding yourself. Yes, sir, family. I know what it is. The pre-sale is here. The pre-sale is here. Sweet dreams, herbal smoke or tea. Herbal smoke or tea. D-Ray drunk it as a tea. I drunk some of the tea. The tea is fire, y'all. The tea is fire as a tea. But smoking it, oh boy. And look, this ain't no goddamn where you sit back and smoke and shit. You know what I'm saying? I smoke it like 30 minutes before bed. You feel me? I'll just smoke and then go into a meditation. Right, you just take 3 hits of it. You feel me? I use it with a pipe. You feel me? Because all that rolling and shit is not whatever to me. So hey, y'all want to get it now because hey, look, once it's gone, it is gone. Once we fill up all these bags and all of that other stuff, it's gone. It is gone. So get it now while it's good, because the price will go up after this. After this. Y'all know what it is, family. Peace to the gods.